Greetings, everybody. Paul here from We Have Issues. Sorry about the delay here. Matt is away, selfishly away on holidays. So by the time I picked up books this morning, opened boxes, by the time I was shooting a video, people were already knocking at the door to come in. So I do apologize for the delay, but here we go. One thing I wanted to change was having a key light so as not to get some of that reflection. Absolute Powers Super Sun, that is issue number 1. That is your A cover, and your B cover. B cover is pretty sweet. It's a Perillo cover. I always do dig Perillo covers. Oh, now I'm really regretting that whole key light thing. That's your C cover. Here is your foil cover. Pretty nice indeed. And that's it for Absolute Super Sun. Here is the facsimile of the week. I'm going to take this down. Maybe that'll... It's not very sexy. We'll fix it for next week. We'll fix it in post-production, except this is live. So ASM 260 is our facsimile this week, and look at that beauty. That's the 1 in 25. The OG, the 1 in 25. What? That's beautiful. Beauty. Next up, we've got Avatar number 6 of 6, last issue of Avatar, The Last Airbender. Solek's Journey, issue number 6. Avengers number 18. Now, I don't know if everybody will feel the same, but I am a huge Squadron Supreme fan. And this one also features the X-Men. So you get the X-Men, the Avengers, Hyperion. Is it all the Squadron? So far we only see Hyperion, but I feel like you can't have Hyperion without the rest of the team. We got the Godzilla B cover. We've got the Stormbreakers cover, the Basildua cover. Nothing wrong with that. We've got this kind of team cover. It's pretty good. And then this is the 1 in 25 with Hyperion versus Storm. Nice book indeed. Next up, oh, that wasn't it, because we forgot this beauty here. These Minerding, kind of the MCU art covers. Pretty sweet. Next up, as part of Batman Day, we've got this Batman Elmer Fudd. This was a great story. It's kind of, it's not cartoony, it's a little dark. I loved it. This is obviously a reprint from, I want to say 6 years ago. It was a Tom King story, Len Weeks. And then there is a black and white of that as well. Also part of the Batman Day is Jeff Loeb's, Tim Sale's The Long Halloween. That's issue 0. There is a foil of that as well. Then, still in Batman Day, that's why this is under here, under B. We have Detective Comics number 27, first appearance of Batman. It's a facsimile, but they did print it in, it's almost a magazine size, this Golden Age size. It's very large. Look at the pulp paper on the inside, kind of that off-white. It's an amazing job they did on this facsimile of the first Batman appearance. But wait, there is more. There is a foil of it as well. And as though that weren't enough, there is a sketch cover of it. Keeping in mind that the expo is coming up, great place to get a Batman sketch. Also part of Batman Day, some Freebs. That's a free Joker the World. That is Batman Wayne Family Adventures. Then also Long Halloween. And last but not least, as part of the Batman, these are not free. These are hardcover trades of Joker, the World. Pretty sweet. Next up, now that we're out of Batman days, we've got Batman Superman World's Finest with, if you watch Bin Diving at all, one of my favorite characters in the DC universe, and that's Eclipso. So cool. Here's the B cover. Is that Guillaume March? Oh, no, it's Ian Churchill. That's the B cover. Pretty nice Joker cover on that. This character study, Nicola Scott. I'm a big fan of these. And then the Hispanic Month cover. And look at this beautiful homage. Johnson doing his best. Neil Adams homage. Pretty great. And finally, with Batman Superman World's Finest, we have the 1 in 25 featuring the I wonder what you would call them, not dynamic duo, just phenomenal duo. Here is a great book this week, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, collecting all the issues. It's a great sit down and read. I love this book. It certainly is not what you expect when you start. A wonderful read for sure. Next up, from Dark Horse, we have Beyond the Pale. This is issue number 4. New one, The Body Trade from Mad Cave. The Body Trade number 1. That's looking cool. There is the B cover for it. Now we're into Catwoman issue number 68. A beautiful A cover by Nakayama / Sona, however you want to pronounce that. I think you're supposed to pronounce Nakayama as Sona. I'll double check on that. Here's this a C cover. These Ractalin, kind of looks like that Gonzalez a little. Here is this is the B cover right here. That's a Rose Besh cover. And here's the character study cover from Nicola Scott. That is an F cover. And here is the 1 in 25 cover. That's pretty great. Seems irresponsible to jump off a rooftop with a cat. But I guess she knows what she's doing. Our next trio of books, Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 6, facsimile. This is how a comic used to feel. These are so light, it's crazy. Just printed on pulpy paper, but pretty cool indeed. Here's a foil for the facsimile, and then the sketch cover for the facsimile. Next up, we'll grab a handful. Here we have Damaged People from Alien Books, who is also publishing all of the Valiant stuff. So looking forward to that. Dark Knights of Steel All Winter, issue number 3, and that's with the medieval version of Deathstroke. Here is the B cover for that. Here is the C cover for that. Cool looking books. I guess one of our big features this week, or an interesting book this week, Dazzler number 1. It's a 4-part series. She hits the road with like Strong Guy, kind of an oddball crew, tearing up the towns as she's on tour. Pretty cool. Great Terry Dodson main cover. Godzilla B cover. I love this foil. I love this version of Dazzler. When she kind of powered up a little, she was with the X-Men. She was shooting lasers instead of lights. Here's a pretty cool D cover, Derek Chu D cover. I'm not sure who did this cover. Ashley McIsaac. He doesn't just play fiddle anymore. That's a pretty sweet looking disco cover. Said nobody ever. Here is the F cover, a sketch cover, the logo cover, and we don't have the 1 in 25 here. It's her and a, this is a 1 in 25 cover right here, pardon me. That's a 1 in 25, and this is the 1 in 100, which is a virgin cover of the Derek Chew cover. Pretty nice indeed. Next up, we're just burning through this box. We've got a lot of stuff. It's a crazy big week this week. Dead by Daylight, 2 different trade paperbacks, 2 different covers. From the video game, not sure if these have any codes in them or not. Deadpool, I think we see Ellie, Deadpool's daughter. I think we see a new costume from her. That's maybe what's coming out of Deadpool, is her hand with a new costume. So Deadpool number 6. There's the Godzilla cover. There's the Stormbreaker cover for Deadpool number 6 featuring Ghost Rider. That is it for Deadpool this week. Then we've got new one from Deathlock, and this is a little embarrassing. Last night, Kyle and I were talking about it. I'm kind of excited. I think there's an introduction of a new female Deathlock possibly in this, but they're also calling it the 50th anniversary of Deathlock. Oh, Kyle sure is old. Speaking of old, this is a great homage to Walt Simonson. It's homaging his cover for Manhunter, which is also one of our perennial favorites in the store. This is an homage to Astonishing Tales number 25, I believe, which was Deathlock's first appearance. Great cover there. Cool stuff. Next up, we have Destro number 4. This must be the last of these are usually 4-parters, so I'm going to assume this is last issue of Destro. A cover. We have almost, kind of, sort of the beginnings of Pimp Daddy Destro on this B cover here. Kind of, a little. He needs some shades. Then we also have the 1 in 10. I'm not sure if that's Tomax or Zaymot. Someone will tell me. And then we also have the Scrap Iron 1 in 25, which I love. Good job. Next up, EC Epitaphs from the Abyss. This is issue number 3. Yeah, his jacket says fresh meat, so I can't imagine that's good for whoever's in that sack. Here we have this little girl playing, and everybody's levitating around her. This is the 1 in 10. Cool book. This is the 1 in 20 with the levitation cover. Here's a book I quite enjoyed reading, Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. That's issue number 4. And, oh, Matt C., you are a dork. He said Zaymot has the scar. Oh, I should have known that. I'm a little embarrassed I didn't. Fire and Ice, issue number 3. Great Linsner, A cover. There is the B cover. I think that's a C cover. Yes, it is. C cover for Fire and Ice number 3. And then we probably get into some ratios here. Probably 1 in 10s, I think. These are probably both 1 in 10s. Next up, issue number 2, Gotcha Man Galactor. Cool. Only 8 covers. I'm wondering if a B cover got missed this week or if it's shipping later. We have G.I. Joe number 310. We may see it later in the pile here, but we got our G.I. Joe 309s, the A covers. They finally arrived, like 21 of them or something. So there's the A cover, there's the B cover, which is the black and white of that, and that is the 1 in 10 for G.I. Joe 310. Next up, speaking of Joe, you want more Joe? Here is the trade paperback for G.I. Joe Volume 1. Cool, very cool. Cooler, much. So they're both volume ones, one featuring kind of that classic G.I. Joe cover, this one featuring a bit more of a Cobra slant to the G.I. Joe cover. Very cool, nonetheless. Next up, this is kind of a cool new series, Guilt Frame, from one of my favorites, Matt Kint. But also, I don't know if that's his daughter or his wife, a relative of some kind, Margie Kraft Kint. So kind of looking forward to it. I pretty much read all things Matt Kint regardless. We got a new R.L. Stine book, The Graveyard Club. That is your A cover, your B cover. I think that's a C cover, a version of that. We have, again, a Levitation cover and a version of that cover. I'm assuming some of these versions, such as this, are ratios. And then we have an Erica Slaughter cover for Graveyard Club number 1. So quite a few Graveyard Club covers to choose from. Moving on down the line, Holmes and Houdini from Zenescope. What issue? Is that a one-shot? The Curse of Moriarty. I'm going to assume that's just a one-shot. It is issue 1, but it might only be issue 1. Huge Detective. I did enjoy reading issue 1 of this. Huge Detective number 2A and B. And as the name would suggest, it is pretty much on the nose. It is a really large detective. Walking along the ocean floor. I think that is probably a ratio. Moving on down the line. Only got the A cover this week, so I don't know if Ice Cream Man 41 has a B cover or they're just sending it later. But what a great 007 homage. And instead of a gun, instead of a Walther, he's holding an ice cream cone. Next up, Incredible Hulk number 17. There is your A cover. There's your Godzilla B cover. I'm not sure who drew the C cover, but I love it. I love the malformed version of the Hulk. He looks even more monstrous. That's such a great cover. We have the kind of the art for the Marvel Cinematic Universe there. So some cool Hulk books. Next up, here's another book that I enjoyed reading issue 1 of and looking forward to issue 2. Jenny Sparks number 2, DC Black Label. And actually, I think Jeff Spokes, unless I haven't read cancellations this morning, but Jeff Spokes is supposed to be at the expo this weekend. So either a 1 or 2 great opportunity to get signed. There is your B cover. Jim Henson Labyrinth number 1. And the B cover. And then probably a 1 per store. Next up, John Constantine Hellblazer Dead in America, issue number 9. A B cover featuring Swamp Thing. Pretty cool looking B cover from Mike Deodato Jr. Joy Operations Volume 2. That's issue number 4. Uh-oh. Oh, for goodness sakes. Come on. Like, really? Come on. Did it freeze up? Oh my gosh. Hey, can anybody still, if I switch the picture, it's kind of frozen on a picture. I'm not sure if I'm getting anybody's comments or if anybody can see a different picture. It's on Kosher Mafia right now, but the camera just froze up because I received a phone call. Oh boy. I see black. Ah, cool. Cool. That's wicked good. I wonder if I can refresh that somehow. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to sign out and sign back in, folks. Sorry about that. I can't even stop it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen to this video.